However, at what point are you going to realize that you are not number one on your priority list? You are not number one on your priority list. When was the last time you actually reassessed and reevaluated where you are on your priority list? When was the last time you reassessed where you are? When was the last time you actually reassessed and reevaluated where you are on your priority list? Ask the undesirable deep questions as to what you actually want and why you actually want what and who you want currently, right? Because yesterday is yesterday. Things are supposed to change. However, you dictate how they change. You dictate how they transform. But without information, what are you doing? What are we doing? Repeating the story isn't helping, because the stories you continually repeat are the stories you continually live. You continually repeating the story isn't helping. You keep reliving the stories and the traumas because that's all you keep talking about. That's all you keep talking about. If you want, one of the keys that I teach in changing the trajectory of your reality is change the story. Trick until it's treated. Trick until it's treated. If you know anything about how your neurological systems work, how neurotransmitters work, which have everything to do with you, your conscious, your subconscious, if you know anything about that, right? Fundamentally, your brain and your body does not understand a lot that's what's going on, because it is only responding to frequency. Your brain isn't able to differentiate from what's real and from what's. So when I say trick until it's treated, I'm talking about reprogramming your mental database. Because until you understand what mental reprogramming is, guess what? You're gonna keep on down spiraling. You're gonna keep on down spiraling. So even though I don't typically talk about romantic relationships and different things like that, I thought it would be incredibly helpful for me to discuss it. Why? Because a lot of you want love, romantic love, pure love and affection. A lot of you want your person. A lot of you don't want to be single anymore. A lot of you don't want to spend holidays, if you practice holidays, anymore by yourself. A lot of you want nuances. A lot of you want to share in the beautiful experiences with someone. A lot of you no longer want to sleep at night by yourself. And a lot of you are tired of having the 6 and 7 pillows in your bed. It doesn't replace. It doesn't replace. A lot of us want that, and that's beautiful. It is beautiful, and it's so insane and so disheartening that you have so many men and women who are depressed, lonely, broken, dysfunctional, distorted, hopeless, extremely hopeless, right? Thinking that they are never going to find their person here in this realm. They're never going to experience the pure love in a relationship, a romantic relationship. They're never going to experience the things that they wish to experience, or are never going to be open to them, because they're so disappointed and so discouraged and so hopeless, because y'all keep listening to certain people speak this rhetoric that we need to separate, that it's possible for you to separate yourself from yourself, and it's not, because he is you and you is he, and she is you and you are she. We are one. We are different expressions of each other. Attempting to divide yourself and separate yourself from other beings that you are inherently a part of is absolutely not. It's one thing to go into isolation because you want to better yourself. You want to better understand how to actually conflict solve, conflict resolution. It's another thing. It's one thing that you go into isolation because you actually want to learn how to control your temper. You actually want to learn how to trust not only yourself but the partner that you choose. You want these things, and it's beautiful that you want it. But we're listening to so many people that haven't resolved their traumatic experiences, that continually blame other people, places, and things, instead of actually turning that finger inward and saying, you know what, there's something that I'm missing, because there's no way that is everybody else's fault. That is everybody else's issue as to why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. I'm missing, because there's no partner that I have ever been with. It's all of their fault as to why I think the way I think, I move the way I move, I talk the way I talk. Many of us sound truly, it's revealing. It's so revealing and telling, and we sound like oxymorons. Saying I'm wise, I'm intelligent, I'm divine, I'm feminine, I'm the divine masculine, right? I have intelligence, right? I know how to operate, right? I have all of these different things, and in the same breath, you're crucifying and shaming other men and women. All of the reasons as to why you're not in a relationship, why you will never find love. Why is it that you have convinced yourself that you will never find love in this lifetime? a romantic pure love? I'll give you an answer. One of the answers, right? And all of the reasons is because you truly haven't fully accepted the undesirable truth that you still need some work. How can you claim to be powerful while acting powerless? How can you continually claim to be the victor while still speaking in a victimship mentality? The two don't go together. It's like vinegar and water. They don't, oil and water. They don't go together. Certain things just don't mesh well. Why is it? Are you in control or aren't you? I mean, let's make sense. Are you in control or aren't you? So when it comes to the reasons as to why you're not finding your person, your partner, right? Your person, your soulmate, your love mate, why you're not connecting with them, I can tell you the primary reason what that is, right? I can sum that up, right? I can shrink that. I can put that into a nice neat niche. One of the main reasons as to why you have not found your person is because you haven't yet become your person. I want to say that again so you understand. So you understand, not just understand. I want you to understand. One of the primary reasons why you have not yet met your person is because you haven't yet become your person. What do you mean by that, Venus? Thank you so much. What do you mean by that? How do you want a man or woman to come into your life? How do you want to attract a man or woman into your life that has respect for themselves and you don't have respect for yourself? It is one thing to think a thing, another thing to speak a thing, and an entirely different thing to become a thing. And the results do not lie. You can fool yourself if you want to, but I know that's not getting you nowhere. That's not getting you nowhere, or it's getting you nowhere really, really fast. How do you want to attract a man or a woman into your life that has emotional intelligence when you're out of control? You don't even understand the fundamental principles and the philosophy of what emotional intelligence actually is. And to understand the companion of that. It's actually applying, right? So it's one thing to understand it. It's another thing to apply the emotional intelligence. How do you want to attract a man or woman into your life, right? You want to find your person, right? Because how many of us actually want to be seen, want to be heard, want to be understood, want to be appreciated, right? You are lying to yourself and others if you're saying you don't care what other people think. You may not care what everyone in the world thinks, but you do care what some people think. Accept it, pardon me. It's natural for you to care what other people think. It's natural for you to want the individual that you choose to see, to know that you're there, to know that you exist. How do you want to attract this person, right? You want to be desired. How are you going to attract a man or a woman? We're talking about the reasons why you're not finding your person, especially in a romantic level. Peace, DJ. How are you, my love? Especially on a romantic level, right? You want to be desired. You want that man or that woman to come into your life and desire, right? That's healthy. Absolutely healthy. I mean, who don't want to feel, desired and sensual and sexy? How do you expect for that person to come into your life, right? And to reciprocate desire and passion and intimacy when you inwardly do not desire yourself? When a lot of your internal mental conversation is self-loathing,